So I guess I'm going to tell you a story. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a story about orange juice. So when I was younger, I think my first introduction to orange juice was when I was a little kid and we went over to McDonald's. And my parents at that time, there was like a little party or something like that. And I remember drinking the orange juice that they gave us at McDonald's, and I thought that was orange juice, but it really wasn't. It was a type of Kool-Aid. So that was when I was a little kid. I mean, it had to have been like 3 years old. And that's what I remember. I remember drinking the Kool-Aid and thinking that that Kool-Aid flavored orange juice was orange juice. But what really was it? It was I think about 18 grams of sugar per cup with food coloring and artificial flavoring. And you know, my next experience with orange juice was with high C. I know that my parents actually, that was at the time that, you know, vitamin C was really important. They actually made this drink, high C, with artificial, food colorings and artificial flavorings. But now it had vitamin C in it, and now it had vitamin C and sugar. My next experience with orange juice was when we went to kindergarten and my parents packed my lunch, and rather than having orange juice, I went to school with Sunny Delight. And those were the little drinks that you could bring to school, and it was actually Sunny Delight. And that was, at that time, high fructose corn syrup, artificial flavoring, colors, but now it had all the other chemicals, but it actually had vitamin C and vitamin B. So it was like a bonus that we had the vitamin B. My parents at that time switched to sugar-free high C, and that was then all the chemicals to make the flavoring good with the chemical vitamins, but then it was aspartame, an artificial sweetener. So that was my experience at that point with orange juice. And then finally, my parents actually, wanted me to have real oranges, so we went to Minute Maid Concentrate. In Minute Maid Concentrate, you think that you're getting in that concentrated orange juice all the oranges in there, but what it really is very low-grade concentrated orange juice with corn syrup, with sugar, with preservative chemicals, all basically bundled up in that can that is like a syrup that you got to put into water and then mix it, and you got to stir it and make this weird thing that doesn't really taste that good. It doesn't really taste like orange juice, but it tastes like something orangey. And I remember then going to my friend's house, and they had Tropicana. By this time I was in high school. The rich kids had Tropicana at their house, and I didn't, so I told my parents, hey, can you please get the pasteurized orange juice? Pasteurized orange juice is when they actually quickly boil the oranges, and you're able to get an orange juice that tastes like real oranges. But the bad thing is that when you boil the oranges, it alters the carbon structure, and you actually change it from a fructose to more of a sucrose, so it responds on the body's insulin levels differently. So you really don't get the true carbon form of the oranges and of the sugars that you should get from a fructose molecule. And I drank Tropicana, I think, in college, and then finally I went from Tropicana about four to 6 years ago. I started cutting my own oranges and squeezing my own oranges and making my own orange juice, which I thought was the best thing, until recently, when in the last 6 months I did more research on organic oranges and understanding genetically modified oranges and genetically modified products and products sprayed with pesticides, and understanding that the actual pesticides go into the ground through the trees and then into the oranges. See, the pesticides can actually be absorbed into the oranges, so that you're actually drinking oranges that might be genetically modified and have pesticides in them as well. So only at that point I switched to organic oranges. So if you look at the amount of time it took me to get to this point in my life, I'm 34 years old, and only now I am trying really hard to be drinking organic orange juice. And that's 34 years in a way of toxins and of chemicals that have accumulated in my body, and that I'm trying to get out of my body. So the purpose is to show you the fact that 34 years I really didn't drink orange juice. I drank what I perceived to be orange juice, and along with the orange juice I was drinking a bunch of chemicals, a bunch of toxins, and now I want to get rid of all those chemicals and toxins.